Republicans, listen, Gen Z is woke. We support diversity. We support inclusion. We support LGBTQ+, and we are socially conscious. We care about these issues.
And look, Republicans think it's a home run point when they call us woke and try to demonize us. But here's the thing. We're woke and proud, and we are the voters of the future.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser.
A few moments later.
What's up, everybody? We're at the White House. I'm here with Chris. Beautiful day, beautiful event. And I just want to remind everybody, especially the Republicans, that Gen Z and the Democrats are going to make sure that Biden gets a second term and we hold on to this building in 2024.
You guys look like... What do they look like, Jimmy?
Dorks. They look like a couple of dorks.
Meanwhile.
Republicans, does this trigger you? Does this really upset you, this? A flag? Really? Get a hobby.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Listening to those two knuckleheads, Harry and Lloyd, for too long is, in my opinion, worse than nails on a chalkboard.
We have no talents and we don't really fit into society.
Oh, wait. That was Harry and Lloyd. I meant Harry and Chris. My apologies. Potato, potato, right? Anyway, the way they show for the establishment and parrot all the social justice talking points is frankly pretty grotesque. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Real quick Clown World update. And since yesterday's video was a re-release, we have a lot to catch up on, so let's get right into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment here, from what I gathered, this lovely young lady is a teacher who recently published a book teaching kids how to transition without their parents finding out.
I've got more chins than a Chinese phone book!
Now, are any of you really shocked that that lady with the purple hair is a teacher? I mean, at this point, it would be more shocking if she wasn't a teacher, right? And they keep telling us over and over and over again that they're not coming for the kids. But we keep seeing things over and over and over again that tell us they're full of...
From our Sesame Street family to yours, happy Pride! Elmo loves you!
What the is this?
Listen, the woke mind virus has spread far and wide. You guys just saw that with your own two eyes. The little red Muppet Elmo from the kids show Sesame Street is now promoting two men each other? What? Anyway, this next one, so this fella has an interesting request. He wants feminists, real feminists, to stand side by side with him and tell the world that he is a woman. I guess, I don't see if you guys can figure it out. Roll the film, please.
A lot of people ask me, why should my feminism be trans-inclusive? Simply put, trans women are women. Transphobia affects everyone, and feminism must be intersectional. But let's break this down further. We live in a climate of increasing hatred and towards trans and non-binary people, especially trans women. Feminists need to speak up and out more than ever before to change this trajectory. This means shifting from setting a narrow definition of what makes a real woman to embracing the reality that each woman's gender identity is for her to define. Trans women are women. That's it.
Liar! All right, next up we have some new pronouns to learn. It says, V, veer, vamp, vamp, self. Vampire pronouns. This is getting silly. Roll the film.
Thanks so much for asking. For those of you who don't know, I go by vampire pronouns. Sometimes when I feel, kind of like vampy. So my pronouns are V, veer or vire, vamp, vampire self, or like veer self.
What are we, making up words now?
So like an example of that would be V went to the store. They're going to be right back. Taking care of Vamp self. Vamp said that they really like chocolate cake and V's gonna go buy some. If you have any more questions, just ask. I love talking about pronouns and transgender identities. Woo, hyperfixation.
Are you f***ing crazy? Huh? That's just silly. It's like most of these people never grew up. That young lady had such an infantile mindset. Ugh. Kind of sad. Anyway, next up. So this is a group faculty picture at an elementary school that decided to celebrate Pride Month. Oh, did you guys just see that? I'm having some technical difficulty. There it goes again. I'm having technical difficulties. My screen keeps glitching. I was trying to ignore it, but it's getting worse. So I don't know if you guys can see that on your end. I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish the video. It's getting so bad now. Oh, my whole screen just went black.
Oh my God, look at that whale.
All right, I think we're back. Yep, we're back online. All right, we're good. We are good. I don't know what you guys saw on your end. My whole screen just went black for a minute, flashed a few times, popped back on. So we're good. We're good. So apologize the interruption. The show must go on. So let's keep it moving. Anyway, as I was saying, so these are a bunch of teachers at, I think it is an elementary school. I think for whatever reason, these grown adults wanted to teach gay stuff to little kids. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
You're all going to hell. Goodbye.
All right, so this next one, I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm not sure if this person is friends with the young lady that we saw a minute ago with the vamp self pronouns, but this person slides some plastic vampire teeth in his mouth. Now, this shows you just what a detriment TikTok is to these young people. They should be using their time wisely to build things and create things. Instead, they're using their time for things like this. Roll it.
I'm going to dangle my chain with some vampire teeth in, so. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
All right, guys, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this video loop on the screen for your viewing pleasure, of course. Now, when I first saw this clip, I thought it was Harry and Chris from the beginning, but then I realized it wasn't. And then I realized, wow. So with Harry and Chris, and then these young fellas from Gen Z, I think Gen Z's Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by first sponsor all the way from the Netherlands, our great friend Eric Bosch. Eric, thank you so much, sir. Second sponsor, Kelly Wolke. Third sponsor of today's video, Abby in Arizona. Fourth, last but certainly not least, Susan in Athlone, Ireland. Thank you guys all so much. Eric, Kelly, Abby, and Susan, thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video. I truly, truly appreciate all the love and support. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. Let's get this off the screen. Ugh.
It just seems kind of gay, doesn't it?
All right, guys, we are going to be wrapping it up on this one because I just can't take anymore. And I'm pretty sure you guys can't either. But unfortunately, we still have this last one to go. We have this liberal white woman who is going to tell us all about how white people are so privileged and black people are so oppressed. And she's going to ramble on for about a minute and a half. And unfortunately, we do have this last one to sit through. So if you can make it through this last one, God bless you. Unfortunately, I do have to sit through it. So anyway, things are clearly getting crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll the film, please.
White privilege is being able to say, I'm not really a political person, which is something that I hear from white people often. Being able to say that is an absolute privilege that Black, Indigenous, other people of color, disabled folks, and other marginalized communities simply do not have. White privilege is being able to walk into any cosmetic section and finding your shade of foundation. White privilege is not having, but should be having, difficult conversations with your young children about race and racism and how there are people in the world who will hate them solely because they have a little bit more melanin in their skin. White privilege is growing up and being able to own dolls that look like you, seeing Disney princesses that look like you. And yes, that has started to shift in recent years, but there are Black people today that can testify that when they were growing up, there was only one type of doll that looked like them, if there was any at all. And it wasn't even until 2009, I was in college at the time, that we got our first Black Disney princess, and she was a frog for most of the movie. White privilege is being able to walk into any hair salon and knowing without a shadow of a doubt you're going to be able to find a stylist who is competent in how to cut and style your texture of hair. White privilege is getting pulled over by a cop and the only thing that you're nervous about is getting a speeding ticket instead of worrying that you might say or do something that will get you. White privilege is not being followed closely around in a store because employees have assumed, based on the color of your skin, that you might steal something. White privilege is being given the benefit of the doubt in a lot of different situations solely just because you look like you're a nice person. White privilege is being able to travel freely to pretty much anywhere in the world and being welcomed by the people that live there. White privilege is interviewing for a job and not having to worry about your natural hair or if the interviewer has already written you off just because of the color of your skin. And that's not even close to being a complete list. Let me end with this. If you could choose to be Black, would you? That's kind of a rhetorical question because any white person that answers yes is a liar. Because you see and are fully aware of how Black people are historically and presently treated in this country and globally by white people and the systems that we uphold. And you know damn well you wouldn't choose that for yourself. That is white privilege. And it is absolutely sinister that in the year 2023, there are white people like you who are acting completely aloof to having said privilege. And that is white privilege.
That's just self-centered and racist. You need to shut the up.
And you ain't Black.